Good morning. It's 9:15 on Friday the 28th of December, and here I am just sitting looking at the lighthouse actually at Lizard Point. So I've passed now the most southerly point in Britain, so within the space of a month I've been to the most westerly point of Britain and now the most southerly point of Britain. And I made an early start this morning, 8:15. I set off from my little holiday let that I've got in Lizard, and it's been a very pleasant walk down here. I didn't quite make the link between where I finished on Wednesday and today. I missed about a mile, I think, so I do apologise for that. And there's a reason, but I wanted to walk more or less direct south away from the house rather than going slightly to the west, so I only missed a mile, so I'm not too worried about that. I've had one or two problems actually, mainly frustration with the internet. There's been hardly any internet signal at all for the last couple of days here, and on Wednesday when I did that walk on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I overdid it. I estimated the distance to be somewhere between 8 and 10 miles, whereas it was nearly 14, and I used up every sort of hour of daylight, having started at Port Leven at 9 o'clock. I didn't get finished in Lizard at 5 o'clock, and it was dark by the time I got there. You probably saw the pictures on the last film on 259, I think it was, of all the Christmas illuminations and things like that, and I was absolutely shattered. In fact, so much so that I could hardly walk yesterday morning, plus the fact have had a bit of an ingrowing toenail, which I had a really hot bath yesterday and soaked my feet and had a really good soak, and I got my clippers out and went a little bit too far with cutting it, and it's quite sore. It was yesterday. It's all right now, it's much better. But today I'm going to have to revise my plans slightly. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to end up today. I'm just going to get as far up the coast as I can. I know it's not a good bus service, I'm taking a big gamble here, but I do have a taxi number if all else fails, so that I can get back to Lizard. But after that, when I get back, I'm going to be driving down to Helston, where they do have good internet, and it's going to be far more central from there to get to the two places where I need to be. That's wherever I finish today, to tomorrow to walk from there up to Hellsby, which again is a bit isolated. My good friend Steve Johnson did actually warn me that Lizard could be a bit of a logistical nightmare, and he was absolutely right. But we'll just see where we go from there. So everything's going very well, and I've got quite a nice day in front of me. The sun hasn't quite come up yet, but it shouldn't be long. So here we go. So these people's shoulder, you can see the lighthouse in the background, and this is Sue and this is Chris, and just out for a walk this morning.
Hi Jim.
Hi Jim, hi everyone, doing a fantastic job, well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're obviously walkers yourself, you're on the coastal path now. Do you do any serious walking yourself, or is it just a dog walking exercise?
It's dog walking now.
Right.
Yeah.
You was telling me that you've recently moved into this area about, what, 18 months ago?
Yes, yeah, we love it down here.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
I help out at the R&Li just down the
oh, really?
path down here, which you'll see on your way
yes.
down. So,
I passed the old lighthouse station maybe about a mile or so back.
Yeah, that was decommissioned in 1961.
Yes.
The station that you'll see down there was rebuilt in 2010, 2011.
Yes.
Quite state of the art, you'll be impressed.
Oh, I'll have a look at that. I'm looking forward to coming to a cafe or something as well. I'm an avid tea drinker. I must have my tea on the hour every hour if I can.
Yes.
So you might be able to grab one at Cadgwith.
Yeah.
Cadgwith, yes. I'm heading first there. I mean, that's only maybe another 2-3 miles away, isn't it? So it's not. Oh well, that's perfect. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Well, we should be following you on Facebook. I wish you all the best.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much.
And I'm so pleased you've got the best weather.
Well, I mean, the forecast right into the new year is like this every day. I mean, the sun's a little bit late coming up this morning. It was shining very brightly yesterday.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was a gorgeous
sunrise
day.
was gorgeous.
You can see the track's been well used. There's lots of people being out and about yesterday. I noticed when I was in Lizard, there was bus loads of walkers. Yeah, and so. You know, it's the time of year. There's nothing else to do, is there?
No.
People are on holiday.
No.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you take care. God bless.
Thank you.
And look after yourself.
Thank you. Bye bye. You've got lovely dogs here. Look at all these fabulous dogs. Aren't you gorgeous?
Bramble.
That's Bramble.
That's Bramble, is it?
Tilly and then
Tilly,
Dylan.
go say hello.
Come on then. Come on.
Tills.
Come on, say hello. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at you. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Care,
bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Good.
That's it. Well, I was invited in by Sue to the Bass Point NCI, and looking around, there's all this wonderful machinery, and she's doing a watch, and it's incredible the amount of equipment you have in here. So what's it all about, Sue?
It's for safety. We're here to be the eyes and the ears, watching out at sea to see that the ships are all safe. There's no one that's got no other way of signalling to say that there's a problem, and the people along the path or on the rocks. We've got a fisherman over there that's right down on the rocks fishing.
Let's have a look out the window, because this is
on Pig Rock, just down there.
Right.
Can you see him?
Yes, I can indeed. My camera might just pick him out. He's more or less bang in the centre of the screen, and so that.
If a freak wave came and got him, I would phone immediately to get help.
Yes.
And there's another little boat right the way over there by Butter Cove that I've been watching, because he's got no AIS, so he's got no way of contacting Falmouth.
Right.
And if I keep an eye on him, but the sea's so calm today, but something can change immediately.
Yes.
And everything else, we just log all the ships in the Blue Book.
Yes.
And any people that might be in danger in the Yellow Book.
Yes.
And we do weather reports on the Channel 65.
Wow.
And
So how long have you been doing this then, Sue?
3.5 years, just over.
Really?
Yes.
Really, that's fun. Oh, and I take it this is a voluntary thing,
Yes,
is it?
it's all voluntary.
Yes.
We do fundraising. We
Yes.
provide our own uniform.
Yes.
We have our
It's
name
very,
badges.
very smart, isn't it?
and an emergency call in case we get into danger.
Well, that's fantastic. That's a wonderful thing, and obviously you must seriously enjoy it. I mean,
Love it.
How many colleagues do you have that take the other shifts?
I think there's about 35 of us at the moment.
Really?
Yes, and
Wow.
a new person that's training up.
Yes.
And then we have excitement like this morning that I haven't told you about yet. When I saw a whole pod of porpoises going past.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
really close.
You could do it with a video camera as well, couldn't you? Really, of your
Yes.
own on a tripod.
Yes.
That would pick up all that stuff,
Yes,
wouldn't it?
probably.
But that's amazing.
Yes.
And you don't mind me saying that you live in Lizard as well?
I live in the Lizard and I
Ah.
love it there.
Yes, it's a fabulous place,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I mean,
I
told you-
love the seas, so it's
Yeah.
ideal for me to be surrounded by the sea.
I was very fortunate that on one of the films a lady wrote to me saying if you want some accommodation in Lizard you can use our holiday home. I'm afraid she's got to remain anonymous and
Yeah.
a husband, but they're
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous people.
Lovely.
And I've made 2 really good friends there, and they're
Good.
absolutely lovely in every single way. you know.
Good.
And I'm going to be moving on probably in the next day or two because I want to try and make Plymouth while we've got this good weather forecast.
Very good.
And,
Gosh, that's a long way.
I know. Well, it's maybe about 100 miles, I guess. Well,
that all?
there's
Right.
about a 10-day weather forecast
Right.
saying that it's going to be like more or less like this: no
Good.
rain, no wind,
Good.
and sort of 10, 11 degrees.
Yes.
So, because I mean, I did really well getting to Land's End by the end of November, but it's been a bit slow since then because
Yes.
of, you know what the
Yes.
weather's been like.
Yes.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to see a thing out of here, I guess,
No.
on some of those days.
Monday I was here and I saw the sea occasionally.
Yes, exactly. It was a real squall, wasn't
Yes.
it? Oh, I don't know what.
It was just heavy mist, really
Yes.
thick fog.
Yes.
And
No.
I just could see the sea down there, and then it would lift a few yards further and then it would close in again.
Yes.
Never saw a single ship.
Yes, that's amazing.
But we were here in case
in case it,
we were
yeah,
needed or
yeah.
something happened.
Well, that's incredible.
So we're open in the winter from 8 in the morning all the way here from 7:30ish.
Right.
But we're officially open from 8 until 4 in the afternoon.
Right.
In the spring and the autumn, and that's 2 watches, 4-hour watches. In the spring and the autumn, it's 2 5-hour watches.
Right.
8 till 1, 1 till 6.
Yes.
And in the summer, it's 3 4-hour watches. 8
Right.
till 12, 12 till 4, 4 till 8.
I bet there's a really nice little social life attached to it all. You'll have a Christmas dinner together
There's
and all
4
this kind
times a year that we get together.
Yes, I
so
bet it's
2
great,
are
isn't it?
socials and 2 are meetings.
Yes. Yes. I bet
So-
it's, so you know that's fabulous. I bet it's the
Yes.
best thing you ever did. Really, you're getting involved.
I love doing it, yes.
Yes. Oh well, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
you've got to keep you've got to keep lookout all the
You've
time. You
got to
can't take
watch.
your eye off
No,
things, can you?
You've
Really?
got to watch and log.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you very much indeed, Sue.
No, you're
That's
welcome.
wonderful. And Sue has also kindly offered to give me a bit of help with transport later if I need it. I mean,
Yes.
I hope I don't, but she's given me her number so that if I need a lift back from wherever I get to, that would be a massive help to me, and I really appreciate that.
No problem at all.
And I don't know, is there a worry about driving in the dark or anything?
No.
I know, yeah, well that's okay. I find it a little bit unnerving at times. I mean, it's a camper van,
Yes.
but it's a bit wider than normal cars,
Yes.
and some of them come really fast towards you, and
Yes.
you do have to drive very close to the edge. Plus the fact it's a left-hand drive, which
Oh,
makes
is
it
it?
makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yes.
To gauge where you are in the
Yeah.
centre of the road.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it does the job.
Very good.
Well, it's been a real pleasure to be invited in, and thank you very much indeed, Sue.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
And all the best for your trip.
thank you very much. Well, I left the Bass Point lookout station not so long ago, and I saw a lady walking past, Fiona, who's got dogs with her, and she's just on the coastal pal having a walk. Do you live locally then, Fiona? Are you far away?
No, we've got a place in the Church Cove, so
Oh, right.
we come and stay when we can. So
Yeah.
I let it out in the summer months.
You've picked a lovely part of the world to come
Yes, it was
and...
beautiful. How does it compare to the 2,000 miles that you've already walked?
Well, certainly from a walking point of view, I'd say it's as rugged as anything I've come across. I mentioned this a few times, the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path is really beautiful.
Yes, I've heard that.
It's a different kind of thing though. There's some really nice beaches. It features quite a lot of kind of, not, I wouldn't say seaside resorts, but beaches and people out at play, whereas this is more or less just rock.
Yes, very rugged.
And very rugged, and certainly from the point of view of walking as well. I mean, there were some very tough points, but this is, I would say, tougher.
That's
And
interesting.
especially North Cornwall, walking down from Bude down to Land's End, when you get past south of St Ives, there's 2 or 3 days there that really are tough. In fact, even the guidebook labels them as being strenuous, which is interesting. So, yeah. But no, I've made good time. I'm doing okay, and I've got this nice break in the weather now, where it's supposedly going to be like this well into the new year, and I might be a bit ambitious, but I'm hoping to maybe get as far as Plymouth if I could. And so I'm sort of stepping it out at the moment, getting as many miles a day in as I can, having just had a rest, the fortnight leading up to Christmas because of the weather.
Yeah.
And so I'm raring to go.
Excellent. Right.
But it's been very nice meeting you, Fiona.
And you. Good luck with the rest of the walk.
And you've got 2 lovely dogs there as well.
Thank you.
Very nice dogs, aren't they?
I enjoy it round here.
Yes, I'll say. Thank you very much indeed.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you. So here I am, I'm about a mile from Cagworth, which I'm told, and I can get myself a cup of tea there. And I've met these people, and this is...
I'm Francis.
Francis.
Bob.
Charlie.
And Esther. Hello.
And Esther. Hello, pleased to meet you all. And this is just a little stroll out, not too serious, you're just having a walk out to Lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do you actually live in this area, or...?
No, we're from Surrey.
Oh, you're all from Surrey,
Yeah.
right. Oh, well, you've picked a nice part of the world to come down to. This is fabulous.
It's been glorious. Yesterday especially was glorious.
Yes.
It was absolutely lovely, wasn't it?
Was you here for Christmas?
Yeah.
When you go through Cadgwith,
Yeah.
although you won't see it, the lights have been on. The whole of the harbour's lit up, including across the water with
Wow.
boats
Yeah.
done in lights. So you'll see them. Obviously, they won't be lit up unless you're there tonight. But
Oh, right.
might be worth asking the ladies to pop you back
Yeah.
via
she-
Cadgwith.
She's asked me back for a meal at her house with a husband.
Yeah.
But so that's very nice. No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah.
The friendliness of these people that you come across, it's incredible. Really enjoy it. And so,
Ask
do you
her on the
enjoy
way
your
back.
walking as well?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a pasty at the end and a bit of a walk along the cliff.
Yeah,
Very
that bit.
nice.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
interrupt you. Sorry.
If you get the chance, ask her to come back through Cadgwith, and you can see the lights through the harbour. The lights
They're
are
fun, they really
they're
are
very
fun.
gaudy, but they're very spectacular, especially reflected in the water.
Yes, that sounds interesting. I know everybody was on about the light display at Mousehole. I was up there the other
Oh,
week,
I've
but
heard about
I think
it,
it was the day before they switched it on. But that all looked like to be something quite spectacular.
Yeah.
But let's hope the sun comes out today. It's gone out altogether today.
Yeah.
Fairly high though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's
Clouds
still
high.
about 10, 12 degrees. It's not
warm,
cold,
yeah.
it's comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I've
not
had to
raining.
take layers off.
Yes.
Not too warm.
Anyway, it's been a real pleasure to
Yeah,
meet
lovely
you.
to meet you, Jim.
Yeah, thank you very much
And we'll
indeed.
follow you on your website.
And keep in touch. Keep
Yeah.
in touch, please.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to hear from you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's brilliant.
Okay.
to see you,
Yeah, all
mate.
the best.
Bye bye. Well, I haven't made it to Cadgwith yet, but these people tell me I'm about 10 minutes away. And your name is
Jason.
Jason,
Julia,
Julia,
Laura,
Laura, and
Luca.
Luca. And so, where are you off to today, then, Laura? What's your plan? Have
we're
you got
going
one?
to the Lizard
Yes.
and then have lunch there.
Yes. Oh, well, there's a couple of nice pubs there. Actually, the one right in the middle is they do particularly nice.
Yeah,
I had a meal there the other night.
What's the name?
Uh,
The Top House.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think there's a smaller pub just a little bit further in, but I'm not sure whether they do lunchtime meals. I know they do on an evening.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you up for walking then? Is this a bit of a hobby of yours? Pardon?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or are you in a situation where you haven't got any choice? You know,
Perhaps,
you're going for a walk.
That might be the case.
Yes, and you too as well. You enjoy walking?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're certainly dressed well for it. You've got all the right kit on for a day like this. I mean, I'm surprised that the sun hasn't come out today because it was glorious yesterday and the day before, wasn't it?
It's actually hot anyway.
So where are you all from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm English, but we live in Switzerland.
Ah, right.
In the Italian part.
Oh, wow. That's and so just obviously over on a holiday.
Christmas holiday for a week.
Yes, well, you've picked the right time of year. You've hit it very lucky with the weather because it's been terrible down here up until just before Christmas. You know,
and now it's good. Well, at least it was yesterday.
Yes, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was fantastic yesterday.
I was walking on Boxing Day as well. I was walking down from Porthleven down to, and there was loads of people swimming in the sea. They had the regatta sort of thing at Podwood. Yeah, that was really interesting. There were hundreds of people there. It was a really nice atmosphere, you know. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a pleasure meeting you all.
And you.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
And you enjoy
the rest of your walk.
Yes, make a point of saying hello to Sue. She'll be very interested that you've got that, actually. And if I see anybody, I'll mention it too.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Well, I'm getting nearer to that cup of tea. Ben tells me I'm 5 minutes, so it must be just around the corner.
Yep.
And I've met Ben here, who's rented a cottage here, a National Trust cottage, and he was telling me that this thing here is called Devil's Frying Pan. What do you know about it, Ben?
Well, all we found out so far from the information in the little National Trust cottage is, it's just called the Devil's Frying Pan, and it's a collapsed cave. As to when it collapsed, or whether it was used for smuggling or storing stuff, who knows? But
it looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It looks that kind.
amazing view. Dying to go and walk out and stand on the little bridge bit above the arch, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe a bit risky. I mean, if you slip or fell off there, you'd never get out, would you? There's no,
Doesn't make a good holiday.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah. So where are you from, mate?
Well, I'm from Swindon now.
Yeah.
Brought up in Devon and Hastings originally. Moved all over the UK. So a couple of days away.
Yeah.
Just enjoying, the beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Getting miles away from civilization.
Yeah.
And meeting people such as yourself.
Well, that's what it's all about, meeting people. And the Coastal Path. I've met people from all over the world. Fantastic. I've made some really good friends. Just doing this walk.
Yeah.
It's been unbelievable.
Fantastic.
It's been great fun.
No, getting more into walking and so bought the house, done all that, got a child, and now as I'm getting older, definitely enjoy the countryside more again,
absolutely.
like I used to.
Yeah, good on you, mate. It's good to hear that. There's not enough younger people on the Coastal Path. I mean, I'm 70, and most of the people that I come across, when I say the serious walkers, are going to be sort of 60 plus.
Yeah.
And I know from this routine that I've got with YouTube, I get statistics of the people who watch it, and the same on Facebook, and nearly everybody's over 60.
Yeah.
It's amazing,
No, youngsters need more time to get out and do this sort of stuff.
Put them iPhones away and get out there.
Yeah, that's it, definitely. Yeah, phones are evil.
All right, mate, nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, bye now. Thank you. It's just before 12 o'clock and I'm at Cadgwith Cove, actually sat immediately opposite the pub because it opens at 12 o'clock, so I can get a nice cup of tea. What a fantastic walk this has been, and the people that I've met, this is incredible. And I've just had a look at my map planner and I can make it further up the coast to Coverack. It was telling me it's a 2-hour walk. So by the time I have a cup of tea, set off, let's say even if I get there for 3, it's still giving me lots and lots of time, which is very interesting, and it's nice to have plenty of time to do it. And it will be a complete result when I'll be able to get there and give my new friend Sue a call, and she's going to come and pick me up, and then later on I'm going to go and have a nice meal with her and her husband. that's a result, isn't it? This is just incredible the way these things happen. I just can't believe that this is happening to me. What an adventure this is. You know, you step out onto the yellow brick road and you've got no idea who you're going to meet, what you're going to see. I've said this so many times. I just can't believe that this is happening to me. And it might be very simple to a lot of people going for a walk, but this is better than any really good night out in a kind of a way. Even though I do like a really good night out, especially on the dance floor. But you know, that will wait with the celebrations. But it's great. It's just a pity that the weather hasn't really changed. It's cloudy, but it's warm. It's about 10-11 degrees, and I'm just loving this. My toenail's okay now. I walk that off. I had a slight pull in my knee, but walk that off as well. I'm walking well. I'm walking fast, and I'm just can't wait to get further down this path to see who else I might meet and some of this fantastic scenery. I mean, this village is absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. So I'll go and have my cup of tea and then I'll move on. So we're not too far now from Coverack, and I've met these lovely people, and this is Helen and
Jakob.
Jakob. And so you're heading in the same place as me. How far have you come today, Helen?
Only from, what's it called?
Cadgwith Cove.
Oh yeah.
Cadgwith, not very far.
That's a very attractive little place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I stopped for a cup of tea in the pub just as they opened at 12 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
within
lucky.
minutes it was full. You know, there was people ordering food and all that kind of thing. And I think all the Christmas attractions draws people there as well. But it's a nice place.
Yeah.
And so whereabouts are you both from then, Jakob? Are you?
Crediton, actually, in Devon, mid-Devon.
Oh right.
So yeah, we've come a fair way.
We got up at 6:30 this morning to get here, and then we had quite a long two bus journeys.
Yes.
And it's always a bit complicated getting to your starting point so that you can walk back, you know.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, as you would know.
Well, I've got a camper van, and so my basis is like driving from A to B, and then getting the bus back from B to A.
That's always
and then
the tricky
walking.
bit.
And that's the tricky bit. It can, and there's not many buses in this area.
No.
And I've been very lucky in being offered a lift tonight. So when I get there, all I've got to do is pick the phone up, and these people live in Lizard, and so they're going to take me back there, which saves me going all the way into Helston and then all the way back down again.
Yeah,
so I'm very, very lucky. So is walking, is it something that it's a keen hobby of yours, is it? You like this kind of thing?
Well, we started doing the coast path together, didn't we, years ago, and we've just been doing it bit by bit.
Right.
And we started in Dorset, so we're sort of doing it backwards.
Right.
Because you're supposed to start in Minehead for some reason, aren't you, and finish in Dorset. But we're doing it bit by bit, aren't we?
Yes.
And since you were shorter than me and I was carrying most of the stuff, and you were the one struggling, and now it's all exactly the other way round.
Well, that's brilliant. Oh, well,
and he's driving us now as well.
Oh, well, that's even better still.
So,
well done.
A lot's changed in the time we've been walking the path. It's really funny.
Yes. Well, what I did, I finished the Wales coastal path. I've walked down from Carlisle all the way down the coast right to Land's End. And when I got over the Severn Bridge, I skipped Devon and Somerset and Devon and moved on to the Cornwall one. When I've got round to the bottom of Cornwall to somewhere like Plymouth, then I'm going to go and do those others. It's just that I wanted to take advantage of the wonderful Cornwall weather, and that would allow me to carry on filming. And but it's very rugged. The North Cornwall. I don't know if you've ever tackled that, but
not yet. No,
Yeah.
not walking. No,
it's a lot more difficult than this side.
Yeah,
it's very
I would-
very rugged.
Yeah.
The first two sections from Welcome that take you down towards like Tintagel and Crackington
Right,
Haven.
I can imagine.
They're,
Yes.
they're very, very tough, as are the ones from St Ives to Land's End. That's tough as well, and you know it really is a hard walk. And having walked 2,000 miles, I've got something to base my judgment on. But it was definitely, that section was definitely the most rugged.
Yeah, yeah.
Big challenge, mind you, but beautiful scenery.
There's some. I mean, it's quite challenging in Dorset. It's almost sheer in places.
Yes.
But it's beautiful.
Yes.
And then the South Hams are
Yeah.
quite interesting as well, aren't they? Then you've got to figure out how to cross all the estuaries.
That's right.
And time it so that you're there either at low tide or with the
That's
once
right.
a day ferry.
That's right.
It's quite an art, and Jakob does he basically organises the public transport side of things,
Right.
which is crucial, you know.
It is indeed, yes.
And
yeah.
usually works out.
Yeah.
We've had the
Oh,
odd
well,
adventure, but
well, yeah.
we've always got home in the end.
Well, yes, that's brilliant. Well, it's lovely to see
Yeah,
mother
have
and
you?
son walking together, and especially with respect, Jakob, I don't see many sort of young men on here. Most of the people are sort of middle-aged like me, but it is very nice to see young walkers. You know, it's lovely.
Well, he's doing 10 tours as well, so this is
Oh,
this
really?
is a very gentle pace for you.
Yeah.
Well, not very, but you know, it's gentler than you're carrying your how many kilos of stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
They have to carry. You know,
Yeah.
this is a bit easier for you.
Well, it's all good. It's all good stuff.
But it's
all
great,
good
yeah.
stuff. That's brilliant, and it's good for keeping you fit. Is walking.
Yeah,
I've lost 2 stone since I started this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Very nice to meet you
Yeah,
both.
and you.
Lovely.
Yes,
thank
and
you very
good
much
luck with
indeed.
the rest of it.
Yes, thank you. Okay, bye bye now. So, as Christmas goes, then you've had a really good time. You've
Wonderful, really wonderful.
Yeah.
With phone calls to family and video link-ups on their computer.
Yes.
And friends staying and lots of games.
Yes.
Yeah.
A really nice family Christmas.
Yes.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And then these are all the grumpy shepherd has to come out every time. I forget now which child made it, but it had to be the grumpy shepherd. So.
The grumpy shepherd. Yeah.